everyone, it's Judy here at River City Sewing, bringing you this week's video news. Well, this week at River City Sewing, it's been a little bit quiet because of the school holidays and coming up to Easter, but there's still lots going on. We still have our run of classes this week and we've got lots in store. We've done a little spot special on all of our pre-cuts, so we've lined them all up in the middle of the store. And we're doing a 20% off all pre-cuts until next Thursday, the 17th. So if you're in the market for a good Easter project, then come on in and have a look at that pre-cut sale. There's some beautiful fabrics in there, jelly rolls, there's some fat quarter bundles, there's fat quarters, there's lots of different things, charm packs and all those kinds of stuff. So selected items, we've got a few new items that aren't included. I'm going to show you one of those right now. But there's lots of bargains to be had. So get in before the 17th, get the best of the selection and come in and have a look at that pre-cut sale. So don't forget, next Thursday, so 17th, is when it all ends at 4:30, okay, because that'll be Easter. And you want to make sure that you got your Easter stash sorted out, because last thing you want to happen is you get your Sojo on and then you're missing something. All right, so make sure you do your Stashtake. You may want to top up with a little bit of something to make that Easter project. So the new product I've got for you this week is a new range from Moda, which is the Jen Kingwell Mixed Lollies range. Now, this is quite an unusual range in that there's multiple fabrics on the same bolt, okay? They're in about 5.5 inch strips running across the bolt. And this is what they look like. Now, we've taken all the selections. So all these fabrics are on one bolt. All these fabrics, so on and so forth. So there's 8 different types, and we've put them up on this little display board so that you can have a look. If you've had a look at our Facebook and Instagram feed over the last week or so, you'll see a better picture of that. So why don't you go and have a look at that? But these are quite unique, and each one has a little line, a cut line in between. So we've decided to do some cuts on this selection to give you a 5.5 inch strip of each one in this little dessert roll, or whatever you'd like to call it, little roll up. It's 5.5 inches wide, but you'll get all the different bolts, okay, so the selection from all the different bolts. So it's quite fun. As you can see, we put the bolts, some of the selections in a different order so that you're able to see it. So these aren't included in our pre-cut sale because they're only brand new, but at $39.95 it gives you a little selection of that Jen Kingwell range. So it's well worth having a look at. So come on in, that's the Mixed Lollies range. It's not online just yet, but we've only got a small amount of it, so why not come in and take a closer look? It's quite unique. We've had a few people already seen it and taken some meterage of it, so it's quite fun. So that's something really new. Now, the other thing that we've been trying to do is to do a little bit of a clearance, which we're going to start as we head up to the stock take at 30th of June. So there'll be some new categories go online for clearance, but that won't happen for next week or so. But look at the website just for that clearance section, because there's some really cool things in there, some of which I've only got one of. And if you come into the store, you'll be able to see some of the one-ofs that we have left. So there'll be a separate little section for all the one-ofs that we need to clear out before the end of financial year. So lots of fun things to see here at the store and lots of bargains to be had. So as we make way for some new product going forward. Some customers have been asking us what's the result of the fabric and all that with the tariff situation. Well, it's still unfolding for a lot of our suppliers, and we will keep you informed as it runs through. At the moment, some of the companies have put out statements saying that they're looking at the situation, waiting to see if there's any negotiation in these tariff situations going to happen. But look, regardless of what happens, we're still going to be selling fabric, doing those kinds of things, but maybe it's time that we look at some of the things that we have in store, some of the things you have in your stash, and maybe stash bust a little bit while things are a little bit crazy. We've fully stocked our grunge and motor and our fabric wall here with our pre-cuts on sale. It's a good opportunity to do a little stock up if you're concerned and if you're looking for some inspiration. So why not come in and take a look at what we have in store right now, all ready to go and getting you started with your sewing projects. So next week we've got Easter. So Easter is going to be a fun long weekend for us because we're closed from 4:30 on Thursday afternoon. However, we do have a night class, so the Thursday night class is coming in. So if you do want to kick off your Easter sewing, the Thursday night patchwork class is going to be running, and after that we're closed until Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So we've got a 4-day long weekend, which is even more important if you are going to be sewing over the Easter break, like I hope to be, and I hope many of you are. Do that Stashtake and see if you've got everything you need for your projects. If not, come on in and we'll get you sorted with all of that before we close next Thursday. There won't be a newsletter next week, so we'll get through Easter and then we'll have a great newsletter after that once we have had a bit of a break and you've all had a break. So it'll be all hands on deck after the Easter break. Now there is a couple of holidays. We've also got Anzac Day after Easter, and we've also got the May Day holiday. So I've pinned our hours on our Facebook page. If you're not sure, you'll see that little post at the top, but also our hours have been updated in Google. So there's lots of public holidays. So if you come in from out of town or from over the border, just remember that there's a Queensland public holiday there in the first week of May. So this is the time of the year where everything sort of happens with public holidays. So it's quite a bit of a stop-start kind of 3 weeks after during Easter and just after. So just watch that those hours. But otherwise, class is still going ahead. There's been a few that I've canned mainly because there was no bookings in. So it's important that if you are going to come to a free class or a say Banana Club or things like that, that you book yourself in, because if I don't get minimum numbers, those will be postponed. This week we postponed our Banana Club, and it's school holidays makes it really difficult for some of you to come in. So but if you are looking to do any of the classes or any of the events, just make sure you book yourself in, and that ensures that those particular events do go ahead. So it's going to be short and sweet this morning. So thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in store after Easter. But like we said, Stashtake, now's the time to get yourself sorted before that Easter time is happening. And don't forget, come and have a look at the mixed Lollies range, as well as this huge range of pre-cuts that we have here on sale. There's sure to be something within that you love, and you'll be able to do something really cool with. So come in and take advantage while you've got all the best selection, and there's lots and lots of beautiful fabric in there, so why not come and take a look. So from Judy and all the team, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you after Easter, and from all of us, take care out there. Bye for now.